right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, good morning, everyone. TGIF out there. Happy Friday. Today is the day after Christmas, the 26th of December. Hopefully you guys had an amazing Christmas. I know I sure did. So let's go ahead and jump into what we're looking at, current conditions. And right now, we've been dealing with fog the last couple of days. I'm sure you guys have noticed that over the last couple of days. We've seen some very thick fog. Last night especially, my goodness, that was some very, very thick fog out there last night. And good news is, though, the fog is pretty much over for the Sioux Falls area at least, and a lot of other areas, Pierre, Rapid City. There are a few spots, though, that are still under the dense fog advisory. I do want to mention this. Up in north central South Dakota, Mulbridge area, seeing the dense fog advisory. Visibility of 1/4 of a mile or less of fog. This is for Campbell, Corson, Edmonds, Falk, McPherson, Potter, and Walworth counties until noon Central Time today. Low visibility making driving conditions hazardous. And then far northeastern South Dakota, Britton, Webster, Sisseton, seeing this dense fog advisory. For Minnesota, Big Stone, Traverse counties, South Dakota, Day, Marshall, and Roberts counties. This is until 10 a.m. this morning, so that's going to expire here pretty soon. And then we have this in northwestern Iowa and far southwestern Minnesota. This does include Laverne and Worthington, and then down into Spencer, Lamar's, Iowa. We do have a dense fog advisory. Visibility of 1/4 of a mile or less of dense fog. Gradual improvement from north to south throughout the morning into the early afternoon. So the fog will eventually go away. This is in effect until noon today. Low visibility making driving conditions hazardous. And so Sioux Falls not under a dense fog advisory anymore. So we are in the clear now for that fog. But yeah, it's been an interesting couple of days. We've been dealing with this fog. It's been very thick at times. Last night I think was the worst fog I've ever seen, honestly. It was just horrible. Looking at temperatures, let's go ahead and read these off for you. We are off to a pretty mild start overall. We're at 31 in Sioux Falls. That's already above average for this time of the year. We're at 24 in Huron, 29 in Pierre, and it is 37 out in Rapid City, 36 in Valentine. It is 39 in Grand Island, 34 in O'Neill, 41 in Omaha. Into Iowa, 43 in Des Moines. It is 35 in Spencer. It is 40 in Cedar Rapids. And up in Minnesota, 33 in St. Cloud, 34 in the cities, 30 in Marshall, it is 33 in Worthington, 35 in Rochester. We're off to a mild start to your day. Today and tomorrow are going to be extremely mild for this time of the year. We're going to be seeing very above average temperatures. So the rest of, again, today, tomorrow, and then a big change comes starting on Sunday and lasting through Monday. We'll get to that story, and we'll look at the rest of your forecast in just a moment. But first, let's hear a brief word from today's sponsor at CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
Real quick, wanted to show this real quick. How about this? This was down in Winter, South Dakota last night on Christmas Day. That was the scene out by Winter, South Dakota. As you can see, a double rainbow. You can see the main rainbow, and then you got another one in the top right corner of that picture. So Very, very interesting stuff there. I don't know if that's ever been done before, if we've ever seen a double rainbow anywhere in our region on Christmas Day. That's a rarity. That is something I've never seen. Just wanted to show that real quick, as that was very interesting. Okay, so what are we looking at for the forecast ahead? Let's go ahead and take a look, looking at the future radar. And as you can see, we have a high pressure that is over us. And so as a result, we are going to be dry and we are going to be very mild and very nice out there. And overall, a very nice day today. And then for tomorrow, same story. We are not seeing anything in the forecast. We are looking at a pretty nice forecast overall for your day on Saturday. So half your weekend looks great. By the way, I think we're probably going to set some record highs on Saturday as well. For tomorrow, we're going to set some high temperature all-time records, more than likely in some spots in our area. However, as we go through Sunday, it does look like Sunday morning and a Sunday afternoon. Look at that. There could be some snow around the area. I think light snow at this point, not seeing a whole lot. Not a whole lot of accumulation out of this, but I did want to mention that. Sioux Falls over into Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, seeing some snow there. And that's on Sunday. And then Sunday is also going to be significantly cooler. I will get to that in just a second. Monday also looks dry, but it's cold. It'll be a cold day on Monday. And then Tuesday, we're not seeing anything either. There might be a clipper system up in northern Minnesota, but that would be as far as that goes. And then that will move out of the area. Now, on Wednesday, I do want to mention this. You do see something coming in from the north, from North Dakota and Canada. Some snow back into the forecast by Wednesday. And then that would move into eastern South Dakota there, Aberdeen, down towards Sioux Falls. And then, as you can see there, by Wednesday, we have some snow across the area. So something to keep an eye on. That would take us out to, actually, believe it or not, that takes us out to New Year's Eve. So it does look like New Year's Eve there could be some snow around. That is the latest on the European model. And that by New Year's Day would be fine. The 1st of January, not seeing anything at that point. It does look like this is strictly New Year's Eve. So that is something you want to be paying attention to if you have travel plans for New Year's Eve. This is the first time that we've seen this now. This is a new development. And so something to keep an eye on there. And then as we head into a week out from today, Friday the 2nd of January, high pressure builds, and it looks like we will dry things out again. And we'll see what happens next weekend. There could be maybe another system coming through by Saturday into Sunday. But that is the latest there, what we have. So again, a couple systems we're watching. One would be, again, tomorrow. There you go. There's your system on Saturday tomorrow. And then another system on Wednesday. So those are the systems we're watching currently, and something we'll keep an eye on for you. And having a look here, this is a different map. This is actually the fog map, or essentially the visibility map. And so as you can see, there's your fog right now. That's kind of, in Iowa and Minnesota and then northern South Dakota. And so as we go throughout the day, the fog is going to go away, at least for the time being today. But as you notice tonight, there could be some more areas of fog tonight across our area, eastern South Dakota into Minnesota and Iowa. Something to keep an eye on there. Again, tonight we could see some more fog developing in the eastern areas of our coverage area. So just wanted to mention that we might not be completely done with the fog yet. All right, so as we take a look at temperatures over the next several days, let's start with today. A very nice forecast overall. Looks like we got temperatures in the 30s and 40s in the east, 50s and 60s out to the west. Sioux Falls will be in the low 40s, and it looks like a pretty nice forecast overall for most of us there. And then as we head into tomorrow, look at some of these numbers. I think Sioux Falls will hit 50 tomorrow. A lot of these areas are going to be in the 50s tomorrow across our region. Mitchell will be in the 50s, Chamberlain, I think Pierre will be close to 50, Rapid City will be in the 50s, Most of our area looks like will be very, very warm, very mild. But enjoy today and tomorrow, because after that, as you start to notice on Sunday, look at this. We got single digits and teens returning to the forecast. There is your cold Arctic air coming in from the north, and there it is. You can see the areas in purple and blue. That is where we have the cold air, and that is going to be across our region heading into Monday as well. Monday we're looking at temperatures once again in the single digits and teens across our area. Sioux Falls in the teens, and you do have 20s out to the west, so slightly warmer, but not much of an improvement there. And then by Tuesday, we might warm back up. We might have a quick warm up back into the 40s for much of our area. Low 40s for Sioux Falls, mid 40s out to the west. And then on Wednesday, it does look like we're going to cool down again. That Arctic air, we kind of are going to be in a battle mode of temperature swings. And there's going to be kind of a battle between the warm air to the south and the cold air, the cold Canadian Arctic air to the north. And they're going to be clashing. And that is why we're going to be seeing a roller coaster ride of temperatures next week. Basically starting today and tomorrow. And then, Sunday and Monday it cools down. And then Tuesday it's warm again. And then Wednesday we're cooling back down again. And then Thursday we're going to cool down again. So really it's just a battle of these warm and cold temperatures because of the clashing that will be going on between the two air masses. Now, I do want to show this map. This is a windshield map. And you notice today and tomorrow, not seeing anything. Now, once we get towards Sunday, look at some of these numbers. Negative temperatures are back in the forecast. These are wind chills, negative single digits and negative teens across the area. There on Sunday. And then how about Sunday night? Look at some of these wind chills Sunday night. Negative 14 in Sioux Falls. Negative 20s up here in the northeast. So very cold Arctic air will be returning again Sunday into Monday. So I did want to mention that. The wind chill map is going to be very cold. So that is going to wrap things up for this morning's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also be sure to follow us on Facebook and X. That is where we are the most active. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok as well. So we'll be back for a video later today. Thanks for watching.